Hi, welcome my dear children to another video from Brilliant Katha YouTube channel. This video is regarding the updates of JEE Main Syllabus 2024 in physics. So let's quickly go through what are the new updates, what are the changes which has happened in physics syllabus. The entire syllabus is divided into 20 units. So the questions will be based on this 20 units. So let's quickly go through what are the changes. See, this is our first unit. You can see physics and measurements. You know that it is in your NCERT textbook. It is based on two chapters. One is physical world and measurements, and the other one is units and measurement. That means physical world and units and measurements. So you know these topics are familiar for you, like units and measurements, system of units, SI units, fundamental and derived units, least count, significant figures, errors in a measurement, dimensions of physical quantities, dimensional analysis and its application. Almost everything from that chapter. It's not from physical world, from units and measurement, almost everything is there. And you can see the deleted portions from that chapter. It is technology and society, that is from the physical world part. So no need to waste time by reading through that thing. And precision and measuring instruments like accuracy, precision and those things. So those things you can skip when you're preparing for the exam. But as usual, like errors is there, SI units is there, fundamental and derived quantities are there, dimensional analysis is there. So you know that the number of questions normally they're asking from this unit is very less, 1 or 2 maximum. So these are the topics, these are the updated topic from the first chapter. Now the second one, you know, it is kinematics. You know the importance of this in physics. Kinematics is a very, very important topic in physics. Check the frame of reference, motion in a straight line, position time graph, speed and velocity, uniform and non-uniform motion, average speed and instantaneous velocity, uniformly accelerated motion, velocity time, position time, relations of uniform accelerated motion, scalars and vectors, vector addition and subtraction, scalar and vector products, unit vector, resolution of vector, relative velocity, motion in a plane, projectile motion, uniform circular motion. Everything is there. So from kinematics, except a small concept, you can see it is zero vector, null vector, which means there won't be any questions based on null vector or zero vector. Rest all are there. You have to focus on graph, you need to focus on equations of motion, resolution of vectors, addition of vectors, multiplication of vectors, subtraction, everything you have to study, projectile motion, everything, and circular motion also included in it. Yes, that's all about kinematics. Number 3, laws of motion. Laws of motion, you can see the deleted portion, nothing is there, which means the entire chapter laws of motion is there. Anyway, let's check what are the topic. Force and inertia, you know what is it? Newton's first law of motion, momentum, second law of motion, impulses, third law, law of conservation of linear momentum and its applications, equilibrium and of concurrent forces. Static and kinetic friction, laws of friction, rolling friction. So friction, you know that it's an important topic. There will be questions from that. Dynamics of uniform circular motion, centripetal force, its application, vehicle on a level road and vehicle on a banked road. Both are there. So there are many formulas and many concepts like FBD, free body diagram and all. So please practice these kind of questions. Laws of motion is a very important chapter in JEE exam point of view. So let me go to the next. So please note that no topic is been deleted from this. So that is everything is there. You have to focus each and every topic from this chapter. Next, it's work, energy and power. Work, energy and power, no deleted topic, which means everything is there. Anyway, you can check work done by a constant and a variable force. Constant and variable force, you know, we have to use the method of calculus for finding work done by the variable force. Kinetic and potential energies, work energy theorem, power. Work energy theorem, it's a very, very important topic. There will be a scope of asking lot of questions from that. The potential energy of a spring, conservation of mechanical energy, conservative and non-conservative forces, motion in a vertical circle. Motion in a vertical circle, very important. Please check it. Practice the questions based on that. Elastic and inelastic collision in 1 and 2 dimensions. So you have to use the idea of resolution of vectors and all for finding, to use the conservation of momentum in 2 dimensions. So that is again an important topic, collision. You have to check all the possibilities, all type of cases. There are many special cases, you know that. So practice this thing, and no deleted topic once again from this chapter. Next, rotational motion, another important chapter. Rotational motion, no topic is been deleted. Center of mass, you know that there are 2 a part in this unit, like system of particles is the first, then rotational motion. So from that system of particles, you can see center of mass of a two particle system. You know what is center of mass, how to find the center of mass of a system, center of mass of a rigid body, basic concepts of rotational motion, moment of force, torque, angular momentum, conservation of angular momentum and its application, law of conservation of angular momentum, one of the very important topic in that unit, law of conservation of angular momentum. Then moment of inertia, radius of gyration, values of moment of inertia of simple geometrical objects. My dear students, you have to remember the formulas of moment of inertia of familiar objects like ring, disc, sphere, cylinder. Many things are there, so you have to by heart. And perpendicular axis and parallel axis theorems. You know the importance of these theorems. Using these theorem only you can find the moment of inertia of different objects about different axes. So practice questions based on parallel and perpendicular axis theorem, their applications, equilibrium of a rigid body rotation and equations of rotational motion, you know that. Like in linear motion, we have equations of motion. In rotational motion also, the rotational versions are there. There will be numerical based on it. So you have to practice those questions, comparison of linear motion and rotational motion. So you have to check what are the quantities. That means when you're comparing one physical quantity from linear motion to rotational motion, what is the new quantity, new formula, everything you have to check. And now deleted portion from this. Next, gravitation. Yes, gravitation, you can check the topic, the universal law of gravitation, you know that, and that's a very important formula. F is equal to G m1 m2 by r square. Acceleration due to gravity and its variation with altitude and depth. How G is varying with height and with depth, you know the formulas, important. Kepler's laws of planetary motion, gravitational potential energy, gravitational potential, escape velocity, motion of a satellite, orbital velocity, time period and energy of a satellite. These are the topic which is included. And at the same time you can see there is a deleted topic, that is geostationary satellite. You know geostationary satellite means the time period is equal to that of the time period of revolution of Earth, 24 hours. So there will not be any questions based on geostationary satellites. So you can skip that. And these are the topics which you need to focus from the chapter gravitation. I think it's clear. So let's go to the next. The next one is properties of solids and liquids. You know, it's a very lengthy chapter. There are a lot of ideas because as per our textbook, it is based on 3 chapters. Mechanical properties of this unit is based on 3 chapters. Mechanical properties of solids, mechanical properties of fluids, and then thermal properties of matter. So this is based on that. So let's quickly go through elastic behavior. It is from solids chapter. You can see that elastic behavior, stress strain relationship, Hooke's law, Young's modulus, bulk modulus, and modulus of rigidity. I hope you remember all these things. Pressure due to a fluid. Now we are in the chapter fluid. Pressure due to a fluid column, Pascal's law and its applications, effect of gravity on fluid pressure. Next, viscosity, Stokes' law, terminal velocity. Terminal velocity, it's an important concept. Streamline and turbulent flow, critical velocity, Bernoulli's principle and its applications. Again, you know, Bernoulli's principle and all is a very wide topic. My dear students, you need to practice all possible questions from these things. Surface energy, surface tension, angle of contact, excess pressure across a curved surface, applications of surface tension, drops, bubbles, capillary rise, heat. See, that's it. Till that only you know that from the chapter fluids. Then from thermal properties you can see heat, temperature, thermal expansion, specific heat capacity, calorimetry, change of state, latent heat, heat transfer, conduction, convection and radiation. So it's like, you know, it's one of the biggest unit we can say. Lot of ideas are there. So my dear students, please practice the questions. And there are some deleted topic. You can see Reynolds number, small topic only, but anyway it is deleted. And Newton's law of cooling is also not there. So you can skip these topics. Then next, this is unit 7. Next is unit 8, it is thermodynamics. It's a small unit, you can see. Thermal equilibrium, 0th law of thermodynamics, the concept of temperature, heat, work and internal energy. First law of thermodynamics, first law. Questions will be there, numerical will be there. Isothermal and adiabatic processes. That means in both the processes you have to remember the formula for work done by isothermal process and work done by adiabatic process. Practice questions, numerical based on it. Second law of thermodynamics, reversible and irreversible processes. So go through it, thermodynamics, even though the topics are less, but questions will come. And Carnot engine and the efficiency, heat engine is deleted. Efficiency of a Carnot engine is not there. So that you can skip and focus on these topics. All right. Now, Unit 9. Look at this. Kinetic theory of gases. Kinetic theory of gases, again a small unit, but lot of concepts are there. Equation of state of a perfect gas, work done on compressing a gas, kinetic theory of gases. So you have to go through the postulates of kinetic theory, assumptions, the concept of pressure, formula for pressure, kinetic interpretation of temperature, RMS speed of gas molecules, degrees of freedom, law of equipartition of energy, and applications to specific heat capacities of gases, mean free path, and Avogadro number. So these are the topic from the chapter kinetic theory. No topic has been deleted, which means we need to study the complete chapter to get good mark for the JEE exam. Next, Unit 10. Now we are into the last part of Unit 10 is the last two chapters of class 11. You know that it is oscillations and waves. Oscillations and periodic motion, time period, frequency, displacement as a function of time, periodic functions, simple harmonic motion, and its equation, phase oscillation of a spring restoring force and force constant, energy in SHM. SHM, you know that SHM is a wide topic. There are a lot of ideas. See, everything is based on SHM only, simple harmonic motion. So there is displacement, velocity, acceleration, energy, how energy varies. So many things are there. So focus on SHM in this chapter, kinetic and potential energies, simple pendulum. So pendulum is a best example for SHM, you know that. So what is the expression for the time period of a simple pendulum? Derivations of expression of its time period. Okay, then next is wave. From the next chapter, wave motion, longitudinal and transverse waves. Hope you remember all these things. Speed of a traveling wave. So speed of a traveling wave means there are many cases, you know that. Wave in solid, wave in liquid. Okay. And everything you need to study the formulas, displacement relation for a plane progressive wave, principle of superposition of waves, reflection of wave, standing waves in a string and organ pipes, fundamental mode and harmonics, and finally beats. So lot of things are there, you know that. We don't have time to explain each and everything, but these are important. In this fundamental mode, vibration, air column vibration, a lot of cases are there. Everything you need to study, at which all points you'll get nodes, at which all points you'll get anti-nodes. So everything need to be studied. And of course, some portions are deleted from it. You can check free, forced and damped oscillations. Free oscillation, damped oscillation, forced oscillation. It is deleted. So there are some formula and all, exponential formulas and all. So you can skip those things. Doppler effect in sound. Okay, that is also deleted. Doppler effect, leave it. Yes. Then, so that's all about Unit 10. Unit 10. So by this, the class 11 topic is over. Now we are going to Unit 11. Unit 11 is electrostatics. So many points are there, you can see. And all are studying in 12. Most of you are studying in 12 now, you're going to write board exam. So you will be thorough with this topic, I guess. So let's check anyway. Electric charges, conservation of charges, Coulomb's law, forces between 2 point charges, forces between multiple charges, superposition principle and continuous charge distribution. I don't think an explanation is needed for this because you're very much familiar with these things. Electric field due to a point charge, electric field lines, electric dipole, electric field due to a dipole, torque on a dipole in a uniform electric field, electric flux goes slow and its applications, to find the field due to infinitely long uniformly charged straight wire, uniformly charged plane sheet and uniformly charged thin spherical shell, then potential. So that's all from the first chapter, electric charges and fields, then potential, electric potential and its calculation for a point charge, dipole, system of charges, and then potential difference, equipotential surfaces, electrical potential energy of a system of 2 point charges, and of electric dipole in an electrostatics field. So altogether, you can see, it is the board syllabus from the chapter electrostatics. Conductors, insulators, dielectrics and its polarization, capacitors, you know, it's an important topic, capacitors and capacitance. The combination of capacitors in series and parallel, capacitance of a parallel plate capacitor with and without dielectric medium between the plates, energy stored in a capacitor. So entire electrostatic syllabus, my dear students, lot of questions are there. You know, electrostatics, there are infinite way of asking questions. So practice all as many questions as possible especially the numerical type from all these things. Okay, and no topic is been deleted from this chapter, which means we need to study everything. Current, electricity, electric current. Some topics are deleted that we'll discuss after going through the topic, which is their electric current, drift velocity, mobility, and their relation with electric current, Ohm's law, electrical resistance, VI characteristics, ohmic and non-ohmic conductors. These are all, no need to explain all these things. You know all these things. Electrical energy and power, electrical resistivity and conductivity, series and parallel combination of resistors, temperature dependence of resistance. Then internal resistance, potential difference, and EMF of a cell, a combination of cell in series and parallel, Kirchhoff's laws. My dear students, you have to practice questions from Kirchhoff's laws. There are many circuits, you know that complicated circuits are there. So there will be questions based on those kind of circuits. For that, you should be crystal clear about Kirchhoff's law and its applications, Wheatstone's bridge and meter bridge. Meter bridge and all repeating type questions are there. So please practice it. Then deleted topics are, you can see resistance of different materials, so that you know that resistance depends on many factors and different material will have different resistors, so that topic is deleted. Color code, how to determine the resistance using color code, it is not there, you can skip this. Potentiometer, you know that it's a complicated concept, but it is completely deleted. So no need to focus on that. These are the areas which you need to focus from the chapter, current, electricity. All right. So that's all about Unit 12. Unit 13, magnetic effect of current and magnetism, which means this is again based on 2 chapters from our board syllabus, that is moving charges and magnetism and matter. Right. So many topics are there. Biot-Savart's law and its application to the current carrying circular loop magnetic field. Ampere's law and its applications to infinitely long current carrying straight wire and solenoid. Force on a moving charge in a magnetic Lorentz force. Force on a moving charge in a uniform magnetic and electric field. Magnetic Lorentz force and electric Lorentz force. Force on a current carrying conductor in a uniform magnetic field. The force between 2 parallel current carrying conductors. Definition of 1 ampere torque experienced by a current carrying loop in a uniform magnetic field. Moving coil galvanometer. Sensitivity, conversion to ammeter and voltmeter. You know that this is a chapter with lot of equations, isn't it? Yeah. So you need to study all the formulas, and then current loop as a magnetic dipole and its magnetic dipole moment, bar magnet as an equivalent solenoid, magnetic field lines, magnetic field due to a magnetic dipole along its axis and perpendicular to axis, axial line and equatorial line. Torque on a magnetic dipole in a uniform magnetic field, para, dia and ferromagnetic substances with examples, the effect of temperature on magnetic properties. So magnetism part. Now you can see there are some deleted topic here, cyclotron, skip it. Earth's magnetic field, that dip, declination, horizontal intensity, something are there, so leave it. Magnetic elements, magnetic susceptibility, permeability, magnetic terms, you can skip that. Hysteresis, electromagnets and permanent magnet. So these topics you can skip and focus on this part. I think it's okay for you. Now unit number 14, it's electromagnetic induction and alternating current AC, another important unit. Okay, check electromagnetic induction. What is electromagnetic induction? Faraday's law, both the laws, statement and the idea, induced EMF and current, expressions, Lenz's law, important, eddy currents is included, eddy currents are there. Self and mutual inductance, you know, it's a lengthy thing, like lot of concepts are there, lot of questions are there, you need to practice everything. Peak and RMS value of alternating current, formula for peak value, RMS value. Voltage, reactance and impedance, all the circuits you need to study. Resistor only circuit, inductor only circuit, capacitor only circuit, LR circuit, CR circuit, LCR circuit. What are the impedance, phase angle, phasor diagram, graphs, many things are there. So practice everything. Resonance, what is the meaning of resonance? You know that? It's a condition, right, where inductive reactance is equal to the capacitive reactance, frequency matching condition. Power in an AC circuit, formula for power. Average power is Vrms, Irms cos phi. Wattless current. Generator and transformer. So generator and transformer formulas are there. Please study, please understand. And one topic is deleted, quality factor, Q factor is deleted. You can skip that. So these are the topic from electromagnetic induction and AC. So that's all about unit number 14. Now, unit number 15. EM waves. You know that it's a small chapter. Very small chapter. So just check So everything is there from that chapter, but very small: displacement current, electromagnetic waves and their characteristics, transverse nature of electromagnetic wave, electromagnetic spectrum. So spectrum, please study the properties, how to detect it, what are the applications of different type of waves. Many things are there. Practice it: radio waves, microwaves, infrared, visible, ultraviolet, X-rays, gamma rays, and its applications. Okay, right. Now, unit number 16, optics. Right, optics means you know that there are two chapters: ray optics and wave optics. Reflection of light, spherical mirrors, mirror formula, so reflection is there, refraction is there, mirrors are there at a plane and spherical surfaces, thin lens formula and lens maker's formula, total internal reflection and its applications, magnification, power of a lens, combination of thin lenses in contact, refraction of light through a prism. So almost everything for the board is there. Microscope and astronomical telescope, reflecting and refracting type and their magnifying powers. In wave optics, wavefront, Huygens principle, laws of reflection and refraction using Huygens principle, interference, Young's double slit experiment, expression for fringe width, coherent sources, and sustained interference of light, diffraction due to a single slit, width of central maxima, polarization, plane polarized light, Brewster's law, uses of plane polarized light and Polaroid. So wave optics is also almost everything is there, but at the same time, check a topic is deleted. One is resolving power of microscope and telescope. So you can skip that. It's of course it's a confusing topic. You can skip resolving power of microscope and astronomical telescope. Rest all are there from the chapter optics. Again, you know that this is also a chapter with lot of equations, lot of formulas and lot of ideas. Practice questions, as many questions as possible. Next is, now we are in modern physics, dual nature of matter and radiation. Dual nature of radiation, photoelectric effect. You know what are the things we need to study from photoelectric effect. All experimental observations, the graph, its explanations, Hertz and Lenard's observations. So these are the observations I was talking about. Einstein's photoelectrical equation, very important. Particle nature of light, matter waves, nature of particle, de Broglie relation. Okay, so again, small topic, but questions came and chance of asking questions are very high also. Davison and Jammer experiment is deleted. This experiment, you know that this is an experiment which has been conducted to determine the wave nature of electrons. So that topic is deleted. And now atoms and nuclei. Atoms and nuclei, there are many deleted topics that I'll come to that. Alpha particle scattering experiment. Rutherford's alpha scattering, Rutherford model of atoms, Bohr model, energy level. So conceptually big. Go through it, study it carefully. Hydrogen spectrum, composition and size of nucleus, atomic masses, mass energy relation, delta m c square formula, mass defect, binding energy per nucleon and its variation. That graph, binding energy per nucleon graph with mass number, nuclear fission and fusion. Fission and fusion, there are some equations, you have to go through that. Now look at this. Actually, this is an important topic, the deleted topic. Some very important topic has been deleted from this chapter. Isotopes, isobars, isotons, that's actually easy, but radioactivity, alpha, beta, gamma, decay, deleted. And their properties, radioactive decay law, you know that there are some formulas and all, and if you're checking the previous year questions, you can see a lot of questions has been asked based on this topic, that is deleted. So in one way, we are actually lucky, these topics are not there. Which means I think the questions, number of questions may be less. Anyway, you don't skip anything to practice everything from this. Okay, now unit 19. Semiconductors, electronics, semiconducting devices, semiconductors, semiconductor diode, IV characteristics in forward and reverse bias. Diode as a rectifier, IV characteristics of LED, the photodiode, solar cell, Zener diode as a voltage regulator, logic gate. Here you can see that there are many topics which are not there in this year board syllabus. Especially the logic gate, special purpose diodes are not there in this year board syllabus, but that topic has been included in the JEE syllabus. So it's actually easy, but you need to practice, especially the logic gate questions. They looks easy, but there is a probability of making mistake is very high. Chance of making silly mistake is very high. So you need to practice more questions to rectify the probable mistake and to get marks from that. And the deleted topics are transistor. Transistor is completely deleted from this chapter. Transistor, you know that it's a very lengthy topic. There are a lot of diagrams, formulas, graphs, many things are there. So everything, junction transistor, transistor action, characteristics of transistor, transistor as an amplifier, common emitter configuration and oscillator, transistor switch, everything from transistor is deleted. So no need to go through that transistor part, skip it completely. These are the area, and you know that this is a chapter with very less number of mathematical equations. It's mainly based on the concept, circuit diagram and all. So focus it. You can score full mark from this chapter. It is such a chapter. All right. Now, there was another chapter called communication system. That chapter is completely deleted. It is not there in the JEE syllabus now. So these are the units from which they will ask the theory based units, 19 units. Now the 20% of the questions, you know that it will be based on the experiments, the practical experiments that you are doing. So I'm not going to explain each and everything. So, but there will be question based on these things. You have to check the syllabus. There are many experiments like vernier caliper, screw gauge, simple pendulum, meter scale, Young's modulus, surface tension. So many experimental based questions will be there. So please go through these ideas. The questions will be compared to the theory part. These questions will be easy, but you should have an idea. What is this? What are the things that we need to study? So many experiment has been given. Again, you can see the resistance and figure of merit of a galvanometer, Ohm's law, focal length of convex mirror, concave mirror, practical base. In practical, we are using some special formulas. So that formula based questions will come. Triangular prism, for example, prism refractive index, you know that n is equal to sin A plus d by 2 by sin A by 2. So such formula which we are using for doing the experiments, that you need to give focus on that also. So that 20% of the questions you can easily solve. So that's all about the updated syllabus of physics for the upcoming JEE exam. I think you got an idea. So based on this syllabus only, you have to prepare yourself to crack this JEE exam. So thank you very much, and Brilliant will be there with you to assist you, to help you to crack this JEE exam, and we can see you soon with some more videos based on this JEE exam. Thank you very much. Bye.
Brilliant Qatar, your trusted coaching partner for IIT, JEE, NEET, Science and Commerce tuitions with 10 years of excellence in quality training. Brilliant Qatar.